Hey, it's Dennis again, aka Source and Sell. So I'm back with another video. A couple things to show you that I sold today. So first we have these Travelers Chico's pants, size 3. Listed them yesterday or the day before. They're like the cropped pants. As I mentioned, I list on eBay and then cross post to Mercari, Facebook Marketplace, and Poshmark. These sold on Mercari today. I am listing for 18. They sold on the best offer for 14. Next up is, let me turn this around. Tova Nirvana perfume. I mentioned this in a video a while ago. This came from a husband and wife, a couple that lived in, or still lives in Lambertville. A couple of years ago, they put on Facebook Marketplace that they were giving away cases of this perfume. They mentioned that they already sold off the cologne that they found in their house while they were redoing their house. And I grabbed these. They said there was no way I would be able to sell all of the cases of perfume. So the moral of this story is, don't tell a reseller they can't resell something, because it'll make, a point of reselling it. So yeah, that's sold today on Facebook Marketplace for 12 or 14 bucks. I still have 1 or 2 cases left. All right, so what I'm going to try to list today, hopefully I get through it, is Tough Stuff Sports Magazine, the #1 guide to sports cards and collectibles. I have a couple of issues from the 90s, and then most of the other ones are 2004 and 2005, I think, maybe even 2003 or 2001. Yeah, alone, these go for like $1 or $2 on eBay, not worth listing alone, so I'm gonna lot them all up, so it's like 10 or 11 magazines, and sell them that way. I'd actually listed them separately on different platforms and really no movement at all, so I'm just gonna go ahead and lot them all up. Next up, I have a ridiculous amount of postcards. I bought these all in a barn sale, I think it was last summer. Hundreds of them here. It took me, I'm embarrassed to say, several hours. I actually alphabetized them by like state or country. So like A would have Alabama and whatever else. So A through Z, like I said, a few hundred postcards there. I already sold off 6 of them. They were all London, England, Buckingham Palace postcards. So I think I got 12 or 14 bucks for a lot of like 10 or 11. But anyway, yeah, so I'll lot up whatever's in there, and go from there. Yeah. Next up, I have Game Pro Magazine. I mentioned this in the other video. Again, not a whole lot of movement on these by themselves, so I'm going to lot these up as well and sell them all together. Again, vintage gaming magazine, so if you're a gamer, you'll love these magazines. I'm not a gamer by any means, so I don't really give a shit what's in the magazines, but I'm sure a gamer would. Anyway, so yeah, they'll be lotted up. Hoping to do that tonight. All right, so I'm hoping to do clothes tonight too. So I have a shiny black puffer vest here, Gap, size large, dark gray turtleneck sweater, a light gray, like kind of white turtleneck sweater with a quarter zip. What else do we have here? Chico's pants. Chico's always sells well for me, for whatever reason. Anyway, a pair of like tan dress pants. Hoping to list them tonight. And I keep on saying hoping to list all this stuff tonight, because I have a 4 a.m. wake up tomorrow morning for work. So yeah, I work 5:30 to 5:30. I'm up by 4. Yada, yada, yada. I'm not complaining. Love my job. But yeah, it's an early wake up. Talbot's also sells well for me. Here's like kind of like a stretchy dress pant type thing. There we go. And what else do we have here? Another Talbot's, size 18. Kind of like maybe like a greenish brown. I don't really know. But yeah, another pair of dress pants here. All right, so I might have mentioned in the earlier video that I have a bunch of VHS movies to sell. If I didn't, then here they are. So yeah, I listed several of these individually on all the platforms. Not much movement at all. So I lotted them all up. There's 34 movies altogether. There's a couple box sets in here. Titanic, whatever else. Yeah, so anyway, so I lotted them all up. The box is a little heavy. It's like 30 pounds. So it's a little bit much of a price for shipping, but anyway, yeah, so it's 34 movies, and yeah, that's where we're at. I didn't want to list these all separately. I did, but there's not gonna be any movement. They're all like, you know, have like $1 in value, so there's no point in listing them separately. You know, I should mention that when you have something like that, where you have a bunch of an item like VHS tapes, it's going to have some decent weight to it. You know, I need to find a larger box. As soon as you list that stuff that's like heavier or in a bigger box that you know has to go into a bigger box, you want to do that kind of right away before you put it in the listing. I was off by about 3 pounds. I kind of guessed what the weight was going to be, so that was not good. So I had to revise the listing, and I need a little bit bigger of a box. So I know a lot of sellers have done that, but you should get in the practice of when you have something that's, like I said, pretty heavy and needs a larger box, box it up right after you take pictures and everything, so that you put the right weight and dimensions in the listing. So I know I'm going to sound like a broken record, but cross post. So that pair of pants and the perfume, if I had only listed them on eBay, I'm sure they would have sold. But since I cross post to 3 other platforms, you know, they sold within a day or two. So I'm telling you, cross post. It's definitely beneficial. And like I said, I use Vendu. I used to use List Perfectly, but it glitched a lot. It would screw up my listings, screw up the title, screw up the description. It would make it one long sentence. I think it was glitchy because it opened up a different tab for every listing. Vendu does not do that. So I'm not sponsored by Vendu by any means whatsoever. I just really like the platform. So that is what I use, and I cross post often. I delist and relist basically like almost every other day. So that's just my business model, and that's where I'm at with that. So I'll be back again another day or two with another video. Again, if you like my videos, hit the thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon.